Hello everyone, it's Dustin McElwee and I'm the co-founder for the Northeast Oklahoma Research Society. I'd like to welcome you to our Best of N.O.R.S 2008 DVD. 2008 was a great opening year for N.O.R.S and we are excited about our first Best of DVD. In this DVD we will attempt to share as many aspects of a paranormal investigation as we have experienced. Situations like battery drain, equipment failures, EVPs or electronic voice phenomena, disembodied voices, and some great video evidence are all included in this DVD. Again, thanks for joining us, and I hope you enjoy the Best of N.O.R.S 2008. Don't forget to check out our website at www.norsonline.com. A real good friend of mine was heading to Arkansas for a wedding, and he was telling me about it, and he said, hey, I'm going to head to this wedding over the weekend. And I asked him, where was it? And he said, somewhere in Eureka Springs, the Crescent Hotel. And of course, I was like, oh, really? He isn't real big into the paranormal. He doesn't care for it that much, and I didn't want to make that big of a deal out of it, but I said, hey, do you mind doing me a favor? I'd like to send some equipment with you, and if I'll just show you how to turn it on. If you do me a favor, turn it on, because I knew he wasn't going to be in the room. They were going to do a bunch of wedding stuff, and could you just turn this equipment on for me and just let it run while the room's empty? And he said, sure, yeah, I don't have a problem with that. I'll take your stuff, I'll turn it on. So I showed him how, and I got the equipment back, so I hit play, and you hear my buddy say, okay, Dustin, I turned your equipment on, we're heading out on the town with the wedding party, and they took off for about 6 hours. I reviewed the audio, didn't get a whole lot. It was just a dead silent room, really. And out of nowhere came this voice. And so I sectioned out the voice, and I put it into a little wave format, and I took it in and met back up with my friend and let him listen to it. And I gave him a set of headphones, and he listened to it. And then after the clip played, he kind of threw my headphones and jumped up. And I said, man, what's wrong? And he says, well, something I didn't tell you was we have this new puppy, and this new puppy, we could not find a way to board the dog for the weekend or someone to watch it, so we took it with us. And actually, it was in a pet taxi in the room while we were out. And I was like, well, what's that got to do with it? He goes, well, the puppy's name is Bella. And I thought, oh my gosh, well, just take a listen to this clip. See what you think. We hear, I felt Bella. That same friend of mine, he had that, of course, the recorder in the Crescent Hotel. He was telling me that every so often there would be this tour come down his hallway, and he had a room at the end of the hallway on the second floor, and he said this tour would come down and point at his door and another door and a few other doors right there at the end of the hallway. Come to find out, his room was on the actual ghost tour at the Crescent Hotel, which I thought was hilarious because he doesn't want anything to do with it. But when I was reviewing the audio, we got the I felt Bella, or whatever that is saying. We think that's what it's saying. There was something else, and that something else was a little awkward. But allegedly, there's a little girl who passed that was on the second floor, and she was a part of the ghost tour. This one's a little weird, but I'm going to go ahead and play it for you. We think this is a little girl screaming. So, here we go. This next clip we recorded at a guard base. There's a military base that the security officers were having some issues at, and have always had issues, actually. It's kind of been part of the history of the base, and the security officers came to us and says, hey, come on out and check this out and see what you hear. We got quite a few clips out of that military base. It was may go down as one of the most active places I've ever been to. This next clip is me and Larry were upstairs on I think the second floor in a room, and we heard this noise, and it's just kind of a roar type of noise. I don't know how to explain it, but here's a copy of the clip, and here we go. You hear that? Still hear it. You hear it? Yeah. This next clip is a clip from the guard base, and this is one of the strangest noises I think I've ever heard, and I think a lot of us agree that this one was really, really strange. So after me and Larry did our session upstairs in that room that you heard on the prior clip, we were heading down the hall. We turned into a stairwell